Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who ask you, leave at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Too much of discipline takes you away from the reality. This is the meaning of Avadhoota. He was telling me, Swamiji, we are starting at 7 o'clock. It is not at 7. Who cares? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Meditation is not Padmasan. No. There are two types of approaches on the spiritual path. One is Varnashrama Vyavastha, where Varna is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. They are called a Varna. Varna means Varnanath Varna. Those who are predominantly Sattvic, they are Brahman. Those who are Rajasic but not selfish, they are Kshatriya. Those who are Rajasic, active but selfish, they are called as the Vaishya. And those who are government servants, they are called as Shudra. Who are government servants? Those who are unfit for everything, they are fit for government servant, except those who are here. I have to survive. So, this is Varna. And there are 4 ashrama. Brahmachari ashram, then Grahastha ashram, then Vanaprastha ashram, and then Sannyasa ashram. So this is how an organized society is supposed to live. So in whatever field we are good, we should get only in that field. That field which is not meant for us, we should not get into it. No. There should be reservation for the teachers. Now the teacher doesn't know what is the word for Brahaspativar. Brahaspativar, Wednesday? Wednesday? No, I'm not remembering. That is the principal of a school in Bihar. See? The reason is, any Tom, Dick and Harry is put in that job. Therefore, it is in our interest, we should be clear in which field we will be more suitable and we will progress spiritually. So, Bhagavan says in Gita that Chaturvarnam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartaram apimam vidhi akartaram avyayam. I have classified the humanity on the basis of four characteristics. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Chaturvarna. On what basis? Guna, Karma, Vibhagashaha. Not by birth. Guna, what is the predominance of the type that we are in? Sattva, knowledge; Rajas, action; Tamo Guna, laziness. So, the admixture of these three gunas create four types of personalities. They are called as Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Now, if we have to study, let us take the animal kingdom. How do we study? We classify. There are two types of animals, which are vertebrates and non-vertebrates. Then we go further. Among the vertebrates, there are mammals, then avians, and then amphibians. So when we are thus classifying, are we condemning anybody? Are we telling something is superior, something is inferior? See, friends, when you have to study masses, then this is the technique followed. See, this is how in our Sanatan Dharma, in Hinduism, this is the technique. But then, when your politicians go, they have to destroy. See, politicians are the essential evil in any society. Without that, the country cannot run, and because of that, the country is destroyed. See? And therefore, they created these four categories. Somebody is scheduled caste, somebody is not, and all rubbish. Because if you want to rule, like the Britishers were expert in that, divide and rule. So divide the society, and this is what they did when they divided India on the basis of language. And now linguistic differences and keep on fighting, and this is how they can rule. But this division, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, it is not meant for condemning or appreciating some people. Then second is ashrama vyavastha. Ashrama is brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi. So, brahmachari, the one who is preparing and getting qualified so that he can become a responsible married person and lead a life wherein all his desires can be fulfilled. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Everybody cannot have contemplation, meditation. So after you study, become qualified and get into work and earn money for yourself, your wife, your children, and everybody. That is the grihastha ashram. Now, how long will you be there? Till your kids are mature enough, they stand on their own feet, they are earning, they are married. After that, enter vanaprastha ashram. Vanaprastha ashram is preparation to go to forest. Vana means forest. We have done our job. Now, we have to work on ourselves. In Kedarnath, many years before, when I used to take the groups to all these places, so there was one of the trip, after the darshan was over in the evening, I told, I said, hey, among you, those who are 60 plus married, one group. So there were four of them, four couples, 60 plus. I said, now here we'll have a special function for you. They're very excited. Not everybody, only those 60 plus. What are the function? There is always a problem to get the garlands. So I said, we'll recycle this garland like they do in USA. They give you and then again put back in the fridge tomorrow and again the same thing. So, now what is to be done? I said, come on, I'll tell you, have patience. So we all gathered behind the temple. And then I told him, now you couple come. When you got married for the first time, that time, who garlanded whom first? So the girl garlands husband first, and then the husband garlands the girl. Yes, yes. Now it is your second marriage, but it will be the other way around. Now the husband will first garland a girl, and a girl will garland later. And it was done. Then, now what is the meaning? I said the meaning is, so far, husband was ruling the house, is it not? Yes. Now hereafter, wife will rule the house. All of them jumped out of their skin. Thank you, Swamiji. See, Vanaprastha means we should be independent, not dependent on anything or anybody for any reason. Because when people are married, for everything, their husband has to ask for every small little thing. Where is the toothbrush? He can't see or what? Then she will scold him. दिखता नहीं क्या? हाँ, मिल गया. Unless in the morning they get this Sahasranam Archana, their day doesn't become. Now you are to be absolutely independent. Don't take any service from the wife and don't take any service from the husband, depending upon who was ruling. Be independent. No service, seva from anybody. By this, you prepare yourself to the next ashram, sannyas ashram. So, in Vanaprastha ashram, the husband and wife live as brother and sister. See, no more living as husband and wife. And then the last ashram is sannyas ashram. Sannyas ashram, no relation with anybody on any count. A sannyasi is a dead person. See, in sannyasa ashram, there is one of the rituals done. And one of the ritual is called the Viraja Home, wherein we have conducted our own Shraddha. So for all practical purposes, every sannyasi is a dead one. Therefore, don't touch us. Keep away. Or else go and take bath afterwards. See? Sannyasis, technically speaking, are not supposed to have any property, any right, any bank account, etc. etc. Because he is no more alive. See? So this is for keeping the society in a proper format. See how beautiful it is. Then there is no overlapping of positions in life. Otherwise, what happens? Like, the elderly people are sticking at home, they are not going anywhere, and places like Mumbai, there people are living in the matchboxes. And same is the case in Singapore. Malaysians tell that Singaporeans live in the pigeon holes, small, small, small like that. In that small house, 1 BHK, half BHK, in that 4, 5, 6 people, how troublesome it is. Therefore, Vanaprasthashram, go away from all those who are hanging around and focus your attention on the divine. See, friends, that is meant for keeping the society in a proper way. This is the Varnashrama Vyavastha is like traffic rules. Traffic rules are for any particular person. Traffic rules are for the whole society. No, 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 no. I am from India. I will drive from the left side. Then you go back to India. Here you have to drive on the right side. See? So if we are living in a society, we should be following this Varnashram Vyavastha. Now the second lifestyle is that of Avadhoota. Avadhoota can be a brahmachari, he can be a grihastha, he can be a vanaprastha, he can be a sannyasi. Therefore, they do not fit or fall in any standard description of a person. Avadhutas eat vegetarian, non-vegetarian. They smoke, they drink. See, friends, because they don't fall in our society. They are independent. The reason is they have gone beyond the impact of relative existence. That way, sannyasi is also beyond relative existence. But then after becoming a sannyasi, then again relations are created. Chela cheli, ये चला चली का खेला वो यही है. And then we create samsara there. See, friends, therefore, Avadhoota is the one who is abiding in the truth 24/7. It is something like, when I do not drive the car, traffic rules are not applied on me. How simple it is. When I don't fall in your society, then Varnashrama Vyavastha has no place for me. I don't care. See, friends, therefore, these Avadhoota Mahatmas, they do not fit in any disciplined format. How important it is. You must have seen or heard. They will be normal. Sometimes they will become very angry. See, there was a great Mahatma in Varanasi, and one seeker who used to go to him for doing seva. So he asked him, Maharaj, sometimes you become so angry and abuse very bad language. Why do you become angry? He again scolds him. When I become angry, I never become angry. Then he says, have I ever asked you to come? No, Maharaj. Have I asked you to go away? No, Maharaj. Like you come and go, anger comes and goes. Can we say that? This is spiritual practice which I have been emphasizing again and again. Experience without experiencer. This is Avadhuti sadhana. See, friends, how important it is. And for that, in our happy mantra mala, there is one mantra. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. See, hear, no comment. See what happens. When my eyes are seeing blue color, they don't comment. They only see it is blue. There is no impact on the eyes. Then there is a red color. There is no impact on the eyes of the red color. So, seeing is happening, but seer is not born. Experience is happening, but experiencer is not born. There is the experience of misery, but miserable body is not born. It is not like a stone. See, friends, he who lives in this 24/7 is called Avadhoota. There is one Avadhoota Upanishad. There, Avadhoota is defined. Avadhoota. अक्षरत्वात् वरेण्यत्वात् धूत संसार बंधनात् तत्वमस्यादि वाक्यार्थात् अवधूत इति ह्रियते. Who is Avadhoot? Aksharatvat, that which is beyond any change. Ksharana means reduction. Akshara, ever the same. Then Varanyatvat, Varanyatvat, worthy of seeking in life. What is worthy of seeking in life? Bhagavan Krishna, Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vedyaha. What is Vedya? What is worthy of seeking in life is, who am I? All other things make no difference. Friends, Varanyatva. There is no need to know anything in this world. Otherwise, we keep on adding garbage to our life. Like the other day, somebody asked Swamiji, in your retreat, where is retreat? I said, I don't know. How come you don't know? I said, I am manufacturer's defect. I don't know. Why bother where it is? Be a furniture. Swamiji, बैठो बैठ गए. Ganpati Bappa, Moria. Relax. Varanyatvad. What is worthy of knowing is yourself. See? Then, Bhuta Samsara Bandhanat. All the bondage and limitation on account of the samsara, they are washed away. Meaning, he does not fall within the purview of Varnashrama Vyavastha. He is neither Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, nor he is a Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. Like the common example, many people are talking ill about it, like Shirdi Sai Baba. He can't fit anywhere. And therefore, all those who are doing the business of the so-called religion or spirituality, they start talking all ill about it. So one person asked me this, Swamiji, they talk so bad about it. Why they are talking? I said, go and ask them. But what could be the reason? I said, the reason is people talk bad even about God. Therefore, whether he is a Hindu or a Muslim or a married or unmarried, see, goes beyond all the definitions of an organized society. Bhuta samsara bandhana. See, my friends, there used to be a great saint, Eknath Maharaj, in Maharashtra. At the age of 9 or so, he ran away from home in search of a guru, and he reaches a place, a fort, Daulatabad, and there was the chief of that fort who was appointed, who was ruling that place, and he was a Siddha Mahatma. He was doing everything, wife, children, ruling kingdom, fighting wars, everything. So this young boy, 9 years of age, he goes there, he serves him, and when he was due to get the right understanding, so he said, let's go there for some time. So he goes there. And there, one, kind of a butcher type of person comes with all dirty clothes and all that, and a dog, rather a bitch, and then some kind of dirty. So he goes along with his guru and says, so what is this? He said, take this and milk that dog, bitch milk, and in that put this chapati, dry it and eat. So this young boy, that time he must have been about 15 or 20. He was stunned. What is this happening? And then that Mahatma told Bhagavan Dattatreya, kindly reveal yourself, sir. He is confused. And then Bhagavan Dattatreya reveals himself. He came in that disguise. See? Therefore, if we are studying this Avadhoota Gita, we have to go beyond all these too many disciplines. No, no, no. Relax. You don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Be yourself. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, पब्लिक का काम है कहना. Be friends. And second thing you'll see, such great Avadhutas, they don't have disciples and they don't have the lineage. After he took samadhi or after he left his body, same example, there is nobody. He is sitting in his chair. All over. In Gujarat, on the banks of Narmada Ji, there is to be one great Mahatma, Ranga Avadhoot Maharaj. So, once I went there to take darshan, he had already left the body and there were some Kamandalus. So, we went, did darshan. So, question, many people have question. I have no question. Swamiji, who is sitting in his gadi, in his chair? I said, I don't know. You go and ask him. Don't you want to know? I said, I don't want to know. What is there to know about create garbage in your head? No, I will go and ask. Go and ask. So that smart person went and asked. So he looked. You didn't ask your Swamiji. Our Swamiji is very funny. He doesn't tell. He said, you go and ask. He doesn't know and he doesn't want to know. He said, this is what is called as Avadhoot. After he left that place, there is nobody who is sitting in his chair. One is of two types. One is the one which can be divided or multiplied by 2. The second one is the one which can neither be multiplied nor divided by 2. That infinite one, how can you replace it by something? He who is abiding in this infinite reality, Tattvamasyadi Vakyarthat. See, Avadhoota. So, Aksharatvad, Varanyatvad, Dhuta Samsara Bandhanad, and Tattvamasyadi Vakyarthat. He who is abiding in the implied meaning of the Tattvamasi Mahavakya, meaning he who is abiding in his essential nature, he is called Avadhoota. Now find out this Avadhoota in yourself. Don't go out anywhere. When our eyes are seeing the nice picture of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, then we look here and it is a picture of a dirty lady. Are the eyes getting influenced by that? Eyes are only illuminating. So vision is Avadhoota. Ears are Avadhoota. Whether we are hearing God's name or an abuse, ears don't become pure or impure. Same thing, mind. Let there be divine or devilish thoughts. Mind doesn't get influenced by that. In the same manner, let there be waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. We don't get influenced. Maharaj, this is Avadhoota. this experience of yours, you cannot describe it. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. This experience is unlike any experience. This experience doesn't have Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandha, attributes of the worldly objects. This experience is not an emotion. This experience is not a concept. And in this experience, there is no experiencer. And therefore, there cannot be somebody who is realized or not realized. This is our effortless glide into our own being, like when we go to sleep. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati संयमी yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. Ya sarva bhutanam nisha. The divinity to which all the beings are sleeping. They are not even aware of their own being. To that awareness, the one who is awakened, Pashyato Munehe, he the wise one. Dekho Maharaj, this is the Avadhoota. Therefore, there are no rules and regulations. Real freedom. That is one of the reasons why I like the retreats to be done in this Airbnb. No rules, regulation. Otherwise, ghanti. This is the time for going to the temple. You have to go and stand there. Jaldi khatam karo. Relax. Whether you come for lecture or don't come doesn't matter. Whether you are awake or you sleep in the lecture doesn't matter. Whether you understand or don't understand doesn't matter. महामंत्र क्या फर्क पड़ता है? My friends, this is Avadhuti Anand. So this Avadhuta Gita, you can imagine now what is coming. So I will read the first verse onward. If you want, you can repeat. If you don't want, who cares? ईश्वरानुग्रहादेव पुंसामद्वैतवासना महद्भयपरित्राणात् विप्राणामुपजायते. You will see, on the path of karma, upasana, yoga, they talk about one topic. And that topic is last life, this life, next life. See? If you see the writings of devotees, they say, we don't know how many lives, merits we have accumulated, and therefore we have come to the Mahatma, we have come to the Satsang. Because they are unable to drop that dumb thing called there is a soul per body. This is the basic difference. Here, first verse tells, if we are exposed to Satsanga and Santa Mahatmas, through whom we get exposure to the divinity, this is exclusively because of the divine grace, not our efforts. Ishvaranugraha. And therefore, a person walking the spiritual path cannot have the arrogance, I have done this, I have done that. See, friends, it must be your experience also. To unknown places, we come across unknown person and we are sucked into the spiritual path. See, it happens. And it is only because of the divine grace. Divine grace is to be understood in the following manner. When God's grace showers on us, anugraham is grace. When God's grace showers on us, we come across the Santa Mahatmas. When the grace of the Santa Mahatmas shower on us, then we are exposed to the scriptures. And when the grace of the scriptures is showered on us, then we are interested to know much more beyond this relative world. So these three graces, what we call krupa, they are coming to us from the unknown source. See? God we do not know. By His grace, we come across the Sadhu Santa. Now, all of us are here. How many of us knew each other? By God's grace. Then after we come here, then what the teacher is doing? He is showering his grace not by touch method, but by study of scriptures. Otherwise, the whole life will go only in that. Remember, friends, real spiritual life is not fulfilling the desires, but transcending the virus of desire. No desire, living at zero desire level. See, friends, that is given to us through the study of scriptures. So, three graces: Ishvara, Guru, or scripture, Shastra. Fourth, we have to bless ourselves. Teacher can tell us the practice we have to do. Swamiji, you tell me how to remain happy. Now, what reply can I give? Tell me. How to remain happy? By becoming miserable. You have to, nobody can help you in that. It is something like, should we jump into the water if we do not know swimming? No, you should not jump. But unless you jump into the water, can you learn swimming? No, you cannot learn. Then what to do? Write a PhD thesis on swimming and get a doctorate. See, friends, we have to work on ourselves. Therefore, the three krupas, they come to us. But the fourth one, Atma Krupa, nobody can help us other than ourselves. Therefore, Bhagavan says, Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmana. Our mind is our friend, our mind is our enemy. Therefore, Avadhoota Mahatmas, they create situation and teach us. Like Bhagavan Krishna. Who was he? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishnaha, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha. He was not a yogi, he was Yogeshwara. You must have read in the Bhagavad Mahapuran, when for the 18th time he was running away from Dwaraka, no, from Mathura going to Dwaraka, he created the kingdom in Dwarka, and then he told the Mathura people, now we will all be transported there. All of you must close your eyes. Those who will not close, they will remain here, and Jarasandha will come and kill you. So he said, close everybody eyes, everybody close. Now open, and all of them were in Dwarka. He who has these yogic powers, who can shift the whole population in a fraction of second, can't he tell Arjun on the battlefield touch method? Why he has to talk 700 verses? Think. Then he created a situation. That situation is a God's grace. Arjun and Bhagwan Krishna were together, not for a day or two, but years together. More than 50, 60 years they knew. But out of that, so much of association, never Arjun ever asked, Shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. I am the disciple, kindly instruct me. He never asked, because busy only in samsar. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Then Bhagwan Krishna thought, I think I must create some situation so that, like the children, when they don't want to take the medicine, what the mothers do? They close the nose, mouth is open. Exactly. He created a situation. And situation was what? Create confusion. You know whom you want to kill? You have to kill your guru, you have to kill your grandfather. Go kill. And that was the seed. So if we are blessed by the divine grace, we will understand every single event in our life is designed for our evolution. Nothing good or bad happens to destroy us, to torture us. Had there been no confusion in the mind of Arjun, Bhagavad Gita would never have been born. And Arjun had no confusion. Bhagwan Krishna created the confusion in the mind of Arjun. He created. So after having taken the chariot before Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, and then he says that Pashayetan Kurun Partha. Arjun, you wanted to know with whom you have to fight. You have to fight with your own ears and ears. Come on, start. So where is the problem? Problem is in us. And what is the problem? Mamata, attachment. Katham Bhishma Maham Sankhe. How can I kill my guru? How can I kill my grandfather? Means what? Killing is no problem. Guru is no problem. Problem is my guru, my grandfather. See, friends, is it not our samsar? All the time lost in this relational tussle. We have to rise above this. And it is for this purpose the problems are sown in our life by the divine grace. A gross example, when we have toothache, for example. Now the toothache, is it given to us to torture us? It is given to remind us, hey, something is wrong, take care. See? This year, on the 1st January itself, my cataract operation was done. So I told my friend, doctor friend, I said, hey, these days, I'm feeling very tired when I read something like that. He said, please come, let me check. And he checked. He said, Swamiji, you are ripe enough for this operation. I said, then finish it off. See? So that vision becoming dim, was it a punishment to me or a torture? No. It was an indication. Take care. If these examples are clear, now go to your mind. Whenever we get hurt, understand at the root of that hurt, there is somebody, and somebody is miserable. Nobody is always happy. So, what is the spiritual practice? Start from somebody, end up in nobody. That's it. Therefore, Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana, God's grace, Guru's grace, and the scripture's grace comes to us without our efforts. So the last portion, we have to bless ourselves. There is no proxy on the spiritual path. See, we have to live our life, we have to die our death, we have to take our medicines. Same way, we have to live our spiritual life. We cannot tell our wife, honey, darling, you take today, I don't feel like taking that very bitter medicine. That poor fellow will take also. But your disease will not go. Exactly the same way. We have to lead our spiritual life. Nobody can help us in that. Ishvaranugrahateva pumsam advaita vasana. And what is vasana? What are the desire? Desire is not fulfilling the worldly things. See, friends, so many have come and gone. What difference it made in this world? Bhagwan Ram came and went. Where is the Ram Rajya? Then Bhagwan Krishna came, in Dwarka disappeared. So many Mahatmas have come and gone. Did it make any difference? And we feel, I am going to change the world. Change yourself. If you have driving license, you should be expert in driving, not the traffic on the road. Traffic will be anything. In this manner, when we are focusing attention on this non-relational experience, all our experiences are in relation to somebody or something. See, my friends, nobody can help us in this. And if we are attracted toward this, by God's grace, not by our efforts. Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana. Then what will happen as a result of this? Mahad bhaya paritranat. Mahad bhaya, the most terrible fear. Fear is imagination of the weak mind. Nobody suffers because of death. People suffer because of the fear of death. So what is the Mahad bhaya? What is the most terrible fear in life? With reference to body, the fear is death. With reference to prana, the fear is hunger and thirst. With reference to mind, the fear is joy and sorrows, confusion, etc. And the fourth fear, what happens after death? Whether I will go to heaven or I will go to the hell. And then this is caught by the professionals. If you do this thing, you will go to heaven. If you do this thing, you will go to hell. See, friends, nothing to do, nowhere to go. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. महत भय परित्राणात्. No fear of any kind. Because when you study this and abide in that knowledge, then we come to know death is the biggest bluff. Nobody ever died. If we can digest this, then Avadhoota Gita will be appreciated by us. And for this, I told 100 times and I'll repeat it. All spiritual practice is learning from every single experience of our life. Our experience is our guru. Nobody can teach us. So, what experience? This example I had given in some of my talks. Somebody's house, when I went, and boy said, Swamiji, please come to my room. I want to show you something. So his mother said, Swamiji stays in there, first floor, you go with him. I went. On the door, there was a sticker. Elders are allowed to enter if accompanied with children. American children. So I entered. And he had made out of, I don't know what you call those plastic blocks. So many things he has prepared. House, car, and then the garden, bridge, train, aeroplane, everything neatly kept. He says, see, this I have made. I said, what is there to see? You don't like? I say, I like, but are you going to give me? Then I can tell I like something. Yes, what you want, you take. I said, I don't have a house. So I'll take the house. So when I, wait a minute, don't worry. Why? Let me take out my blocks. You wanted house, is it not? Yes, but blocks are mine. So he wanted to take out all the blocks. Now where the house has gone? House died. Exactly. When the body dies, what happens? The five elements go back to them. Who dies? The more you become deeply subjective in your experience, and that experience is such which cannot be put in words. Undefinable experience. Then Mahat Bhaya Paritranad, all the fears of life will disappear. And for whom? For any Tom, Dick and Harry? No. Vipranam upajayate. Now who is Vipra? Yesterday also I told you. Janmana jayate shudraha samskara dvija uchyate vedabhyasi bhaved vipraha brahma janati brahmanaha. Who is Vipra? By birth we are all scheduled caste according to Indian definition. Shudra. Who is a Shudra? Who is constantly complaining and crying is a Shudra. You must have seen the kids. When they are hungry, they cry. When something hurts them, they cry. They know only one language, cry, cry, cry. So what our government servants do, they have got only one language. What um, there should be no office day, there should be 30 holidays, and there should be 30 pay days. Don't want to work. Free everything. Friends, An attitude of getting things free destroys our spiritual progress. See? Therefore, Vipra is what? Vedabhyasi bhaved Vipraha. And therefore, we told you study of scriptures is important. Listening or reading the stories of the great Mahatmas, etc. Be very attentive. And listening the stories of avatar like Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Ram, there's a difference. What is the difference? Bhagwan Ram and Bhagwan Krishna were born cordless. By Prakata Krupala Dina Dayala. We are born with the umbilical cord, is it? So we don't fall in that category. See? We have to clearly understand this principle. And are we born? Mad bhaya paritranad vipranam upajayate. And what is vipra? Vedabhyasi. So when we study the scriptures, the following topics are discussed at length. Study of scriptures means first, what is the world? Second, what is the way we should interact with this world? Third, for that, what is the spiritual practice? Fourth, as a result, what do we attain? Fifth, who is doing this sadhana? And where is he? And to seek the God's grace, where is this God? Where to search him? And thereafter, is he other than me? Slowly, these topics are dealt with exhaustively. That is the meaning of study of scriptures. What we call in English the moral of the story. In scriptural language, we call it as the Tatparya Nirnay. Tatparya Nirnay means when something is told, what is the purpose? Like, the principle is established by small stories. There was a fox and there was a crow. Now this fox invited the crow for a lunch. So the crow went there. Now what did this fox do? He served liquid soup on a flat plate. Now that crow, how can he take? And the fox was enjoying. Then the crow invited the fox. Please come now. The fox went there. And the crow, what he did, he also served the soup in a test tube. Now the fox can't. This is the story. Now, by this story, if you keep on asking question, how can this crow call him in what language? Then I am talking in front of the stones. So what is the moral of the story? Moral of the story, shataha shattena tadyate. Wise fools cannot be dealt with wisdom. See, friends, everywhere ahimsa, 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 no meaning in that. When somebody is coming and killing you, ahimsa. See? Therefore, what do these scriptures tell us? These are the topics. Then we have to get the import of the scriptural statement. Now, what is the import? Import is when the world is discussed, it is not to prove that the world is created. Then the spiritual practice is discussed not to fulfill our desires. And the one who is doing the spiritual practice, is he a real one? Who is going through good and bad experiences? Does he ever exist? Then this God that we are searching, where is he? Can he be known other than ourselves? These are the topics. And for that, vipranam upajayate. Therefore, friends, all other things that we do under the disguise of spiritual is okay. But you cannot continue to remain in KG1, KG2 throughout life. The other day, today only, I think, one of my friend asked this question. But Swamiji, you are telling don't do meditation and all that and all kinds of things, But then we are told, I say, yeah, that's already is required. But question is, how many days you want to remain in KG1, KG2? I don't want to go to the next class. I want to remain in KG2 only. But now, beta, you have to go to KG3. No, I don't want. Why? Because I like that miss. Hare Ram. You have to graduate, grow in the same manner. Karma, karma, karma. Meditation, meditation, meditation. Ghanti, ghanti, ghanti. It's all required. But don't remain buried in that. Come out of it. It is something like when a fruit is ripened on the tree, it detaches itself. You don't have to do any efforts. So if we are doing the japa, a day comes in our life, the japa stops. There is nobody who is doing japa. It is naturally happening like the breathing is not done. Oneness with the divine becomes an unbroken experience. And this is possible when we have complete understanding about Jiva Jagat Ishvara. And that understanding we get from study of the scriptures. Therefore, vipranam upajayate. So, Ishvaranugrahateva pumsam advaita vasana mahad bhaya paritranan vipranam upajayate. Now, after having done this, now the teacher continues further. Yenedam puritam sarvam atmanaivatmanatmani nirakaram katham vande yavinnam shivamavyayam. Now here the teacher takes us now to the next step. That this Paramatma, how can I seek him? That's the question. Now this we'll take in our next class. Before all of you sleep, I should stop. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.